Have you ever wondered how a hospital manages its data? In the heart of every hospital's operations lies a complex web of data management. One essential tool used in this process is the entity relationship, or ER diagram. This ingenious tool helps visualize and organize the vast amounts of data in a system. Think of an ER diagram as a map guiding data from point A to point B, while ensuring no critical information is lost in transit. Now, let's demystify the process of drawing an ER diagram. Drawing an ER diagram involves understanding its essential components. Let's dive into these components. First up, we have entities. Entities are the main objects or concepts we're interested in. In a hospital setting, for instance, entities could be a patient or a doctor. They are the primary focus of our ER diagram. Next, we have relationships. Relationships illustrate how these entities interact with each other. For example, a relationship could illustrate a doctor treating a patient. It's the glue that connects our entities together. Finally, we have attributes. Attributes provide details about our entities. In a hospital scenario, attributes could be the patient's name, age, or medical history. For the doctor, it could be their specialization or years of experience. Attributes give depth and detail to our entities, making our ER diagram more informative and useful. With these components in mind, we can now begin to draw our ER diagram. Drawing an ER diagram is a systematic process. Let's dive into it step by step. Firstly, we identify the entities. Entities are the most crucial components of an ER diagram. They are the real-world objects or concepts that we want to represent in our system. For instance, in a hospital, entities could be doctors, patients, or even medicines. Next, we identify the relationships between these entities. Relationships depict how entities interact with each other. For instance, a doctor treats a patient or a patient takes medicine. Moving on to step 3, we identify the attributes of each entity. Attributes are the properties that define the characteristics of an entity. For example, a doctor could have attributes like name, specialization, or years of experience. Similarly, a patient could have attributes like patient ID, name, or ailment. Finally, it's time to draw the ER diagram. We start with entities, represented as rectangles. Then we add relationships, represented as diamonds, connecting the rectangles. And finally, we add the attributes, represented as ovals, connected to their respective entities. This process may seem intricate at first, but with practice it becomes second nature. Remember, the key is to break down the complex system into manageable parts, identify the entities, their relationships and attributes, and represent them appropriately. And that's it. You've just learned how to draw an ER diagram. Now you can effectively manage data in any complex system, like a hospital.